Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Personal Learning MOOC Week 2, the Tuesday, March the 1st, Hangout on air. And just so you know, today is also the day that spring training starts in Major League Baseball. Go Jays, go! So that's what I'll be doing after this. I'll be listening to the ball game. The train in the background is what comes by every once in a while here in my home office in Castleman, Ontario, Canada. Castleman is a little town of maybe 2,000 or so people. And we're out in the country here in the outskirts of Ottawa. Maybe half an hour out of the city, outside of Ottawa. So I'm doing, this is a bit experimental, and I hope I'm not blank again. How awful that would be. So let's try assuming that I'm not just black screen, but I'm connecting through the VPN, because for this session I'm going to take you into the back end of OpenEdX, and in order to do that I need to be connected to our servers by VPN. The back end is not publicly accessible. The reason for that is we don't want the public to access it. It's the place where we set up this online course. So I'm going to do that. And then I also have in mind to look at a few of the links that were found via the DJO feed that we're now using. I noticed a bunch of you submitted links to DJO. We'll see those in the newsletter this afternoon, but I also wanted to take a few minutes and have a look at those. So we've got viewers. I hope the viewers are seeing things. I'll keep track of what you have to say on Twitter. I'll follow the NRC01PL tag. So if you want to communicate to me during this session, I'll have this. I'll just put it off to the side on my computer, so well, you can't see it, but there it is. And so I'll see your new comments as they come in on Twitter. So will that work? I think that'll work. So let's see. So I'm going to test now to see if my screen is actually playing. So, and it is. Yay. Okay, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. Okay, so back to the Hangout screen, and now I'm going to start sharing my screen, and we'll jump right in and take a look at the back end of OpenEdX. So clicking on screen share, full screen, start screen share, and of course we get the infinite regression, which I love. So you see the Twitter on the side. So if you want to send something to me, again, just use NRC01PL, that hashtag, and that'll get your message to me. So let's now have a look. Here's the event page itself. We'll have a look at OpenEdX. So OpenEdX, so here's the course as we know it. So this is what you guys see. I don't know if you see the edX demonstration course. I have that because I needed to learn OpenEdX, and then the personal learning course that you take. But now to access OpenEdX, the back end, there's an application that they call Studio. It runs off the same server, but it's on a different port. And it's this port that's behind the VPN. So this is Studio. This is what I can see as the course author in Open edX. You can see Helen has her course going as well. Helen is she's the one that's receiving all the survey results that you've been sending in. She's very quietly doing a pile of research behind the scenes, just looking at how this course is going. And when you're answering survey questions or writing things, she's having a look at that. There's a test course, there's a demonstration course, and of course here's our personal learning course. So let's click into that. So what I see is the course outline, and this is the main structure of the course. I also have settings, so schedule and details, etc., and then I have some tools. The tools are really simple, right? I can import a course, I can export a course. At the end of this course, I'll export the course. And that way it'll always be available for people to be able to access using other instances of Open edX. I can create sections of this course. So if this was one of these courses that had 100,000 people, it's not. But if it were, I can break that down into sections. A section of 1,000 people, or 100 sections of 1,000 people, or 2 sections of 50,000 people, or whatever. But I'm not doing that. I'm not using any of that. Let's look at the settings. Schedule in details. So really basic kind of stuff. The start date, the end date, the enrollment start date, the enrollment end date. Notice I set the enrollment end date till after the end of the course because, I want it to be a drop-in sort of thing. Here's information about the course image, and I never did make a course introduction video, but I could have, and what I would do is I'd record it, upload it to YouTube, and then put the address of it, the YouTube address right in here, and then you'd see it in that screen there. And then hours of effort per week, total guess, right? Everybody does different hours per week. Grading, well, we don't really grade, but if we did grade, the fail would be lower than 50%. There is no grace period. So these are just defining different assignment types. I'll be honest, I haven't really explored these yet, but I will through the course of the course, and I'll get back to you on that. Grading to me is the least interesting thing about online learning. It is like so low. I don't know if you can see me gesturing, but it is so low in my world of online learning that I'm totally not interested in it. The course team, this is us, the people who are working on the course. And of course, we have the admin access. I thought I did remove admin access for staff at example.com, but there we go. I should probably delete them entirely, but anyhow, now they're toast. That was terrible. Group configurations, again, if I wanted to break the attendees into groups, I could do that, but again, I'm not really interested in that. And then advanced settings. So let's look at the advanced settings. This is lots of fun. Advanced modules, I don't even know what that is, right? But that's okay. Anonymous discussion posts. These are all system settings, right? Allow public wiki access. Oh, that says false. I think I'll change that to true because why not? Certificate name long, certificate name short. Let's give this a certificate name. So let's call it NRC01PL personal learning, and the certificate name short, we'll just make it the course tag itself. So enable, etc. views certificate. Okay, so that's Okay, no overrides because I don't know what they would look like. Certificates display behavior and early with, okay, so this displays at the end of the course. Cosmetic course display price. Isn't that cute? Cosmetic display. And we have course. So this is where we store the image, the nice image with all the dishes of food. You know what that image is, right? It's like a buffet. So the idea of personal learning is you have all the different ingredients and you choose them for yourself and you mix them together. Course display name, cyber name, etc. Course not graded, false. So that's a double negative. I guess it means course graded. This is why you never let computer scientists design these things. Course number display string. I thought I entered that. The course number is NRC01. So that's what it should say. Course organization display string. Let's put something in for that. Course visibility, course for Chrome, beta users, disable progress, another double negative, right? It's terrible. You should never have double negatives as your options, right? So anyhow, discussion blackout dates, etc. Discussion topic mapping. That's probably a lot of fun. I wish the screen would bounce when I click in it. So I click in this field, look at this. Oh, this one's not going to work. But oh yeah, sure. Now it's not going to happen. But sometimes when I've been clicking in these windows, the screen's just been bouncing. Due date, etc., etc. Video cache, external login domain, HTML textbooks, nope. Invitation only, nope. Issue open badges. See there, it bounced on me, and now it's gone, right? Issue open badges. Yes, we're going to do that. We don't know how yet, but we're going to do it. LTI passports, not interested in that yet. And MATLAB API key, that's for analytics. Secret token, string for annotation, we have one. So there you go. Those are all your system settings. URL for annotation storage. Your annotation storage setting. No, that's not right. Right now we're not using annotation. So I'll save these changes and nothing really seems to happen. Oh, isn't that cute? It goes back up to the top. So the screen bounces around when you put highlight the entry window, which is bad, but it scrolls nicely to the top. That's pretty consistent with this interface. You know, the interface is kind of inconsistent like that. So let's go to the content. So here's the outline. That's where we started in this. You can see other things, updates, pages, files, and uploads, etc. But most of the work that I do, I actually work on right here in this outline. So here's the first week of the course. And if I click into it, I can see that we have units. So the way I set it up is I set up a different set. I set up the whole course as one single section because it's only a 7-week course. Then each week I set up as a subsection. So personal learning is one subsection. And then in the subsection, I set up units. And basically, I have 1 unit for each day of the week. So each of our subsections will have 5 units. And then whatever is relevant for those 5 units, I've decided I'll put in that day. So here's the introduction, for example. So we pop open this introduction. Now, it's live. By publishing changes, you will change the student experience. Now, it's interesting. There's a big warning bar. I want to change the student experience. But, yeah, okay, I get what they're saying. You know, if you had a more formal course with tests and grades and things like that, you don't want to be changing the course after the fact. So here's the introduction video, and I can actually play this video. I have no idea if this will work on the Hangout. I'm not getting any audio. You're probably not getting any audio either. So, okay. So anyhow, each one of these units, I'll go to a blank one. So let's go down to a blank one for this week. So you see, I haven't even added all of the units yet for this week. So I'll add the unit. I'll add a unit here. So this is a blank unit. So this is Tuesday. I guess I can just call it Tuesday. So now what do I want? Well, if I wanted some discussion, I just click on discussion, and now that pops in this content element into the unit. If I want to edit it, edit the discussion. So category week 2, display name, problems with the LMS, and subcategory, I don't know, I'll just leave it like that. And we'll save it. So I've created, and see now, my problem with this is I've created the discussion, but you know, I can't introduce it or anything. There's no way to introduce it with anything. I can duplicate it, I can toss it, I can set visibility settings, but the only thing I can change, I can set, right, is the title, and then it'll come live in the course itself. And in fact, why don't we have a look? Well, it's not going to be live yet because I haven't uploaded it, but when we upload it, it'll come live. And then I'll have to go to the discussion and type out an introductory post in the discussion to introduce the discussion, because I have no way of doing it with this. So, okay, that's nice. Let's add another component. We could, for example, add a video. Videos are really easy to add, and that's not surprising. So this is a preloaded video by the president of edX. We don't want to use that. On the right-hand side, this is the annotation. Now, I'm not using the annotation at all yet because it takes more work than I have time for, but I can edit this. And so you see, all you need to do is you give the whole thing a title and give it a display name. So let's go, we'll do this live because it's fun. Let's go to YouTube. If I type YouTube, which I always do, I get horrible spam. So we'll go to YouTube. So learning management system criticism, because that's what I want. How I found anything interesting. What is an LMS? What is an LMS? Google's free new LMS. Let's go with that because why not? So all I do here, looks beautiful, doesn't it? This is by lynda.com. I'm sure they'll be happy to be included in our course. So I typed Control-C to copy the link. So what's that called again? Google's new LMS. I could type anything in there. I paste the new URL in there. There is no transcript. I could upload one if I had one. There's a special file, .srt, is a transcript type of file. And there is software out there where you can make these files. So I'll explore those perhaps at a later date, but that's how that works, right? So you create a .srt file using one of these transcript editors, and then you upload it here, and that's how you get that nice text at the side. So I'll save it, and now here's my video, and I'm done. So problem is for if I want to pose some sort of problem for you, circuit schematic builder. So this is pretty cool, right? So what's happening here is that I've created a thing called a problem. I've awarded points for it even. And I can have, you know, these embedded things. And this is a nice little application, right? So I can actually build the circuit. This isn't a feature of OpenEdX. This is something external to OpenEdX that OpenEdX can import. Check. Let's check it. And did it like it? Apparently not. Let's show the answer. So there's the answer, AC analysis, etc. So that's really cool. But I don't need this in this course. And I'm not really setting up problems. But this is how you would do that. You can get really involved in that. But I'm just going to delete it because we don't need circuit problems in our course about personal learning. HTML. So HTML, that's just plain text, basically. And I can add some plain text content to this. So let's edit it. So welcome to Tuesday. Today we'll look at edX. So now that title just says text. That's not very good. So I have to go to settings. Welcome to T. So there we go. Okay, so that's pretty simple. So I can edit it as what you see is what you get. So, you know, I can change this to bold if I wanted really easily. Or alternatively, I can open up HTML and edit the raw source code. Kind of fun. So let's save that. But here's what's really interesting. In HTML, they have a thing. So like there's raw HTML, there's different kinds of HTML. And one kind of HTML is the iframe tool. And if you're wondering how those assignments and quizzes were generated, it's basically with this iframe tool. So what the iframe tool is you can embed something from another site in your web page. So here we have embedded this really nifty graphical application, right? So we can manipulate this and move it around. Just love this. So what's happening here, and I'm going to get rid of all this garbage explanation text because it's garbage explanation text. So, whoops, so I didn't mean to do that. So let's go back in here. So, oh, it didn't load it all, did it? Okay. So HTML, iframe. I still want to get rid of this garbage text, but I won't use the backspace button to do it this time. No. Oh, I have to edit it. Okay. Now I'm in the editing tool. I can get rid of this garbage text. Now, this is annoying, right? Why can't I move my editing tool around? Why can't I make it bigger so that I'm not editing in a little tiny square on my screen? Anyhow, so, okay. So now I've gotten rid of all that text. I'll save it. You can see now I've gotten rid of all that text. Let's go back into editing again. I'll edit the HTML. This is all there is. So what we have, here's the iframe itself. All right. So the idea here is that I can put anything in as the source. Now, one of the things that really bothered me at the start of setting up this course is I put something in here that wouldn't work. So annoying. And what we discovered is that it has to be HTTPS. Why? Because we are serving our course HTTPS. That means the S means secure. So anything we put in the iframe, if we want it to be visible, it also has to be HTTPS. So I spent about half a day before the start of this course buying and installing a security certificate for downs.ca. So now I can https://www.downs.ca. It only worked for downs.ca because I didn't have enough money to buy one for all of my websites. So I'll click OK, and there's my website, all nice and beautiful. So, oh wait, but I can't do anything with it. Well, because I have to go back in. So at HTML, scrolling, yes. And let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's make it 800 wide. And I can make it taller, but I won't. So now here we go. It's wider. There's a video that's on my website. Here's some of the content on my website. So I don't have all of the beautiful formatting because my CSS and such is not HTTPS, but Google is, so I have that. So, but anyhow, the idea here is that the content of my course or of my website is now part of the course. This gives us all kinds of opportunities to do neat things. And in the weeks ahead, again, I'm going to do some neat things with this capacity. One thing I'm going to do is put in a form in the iframe where you can submit the name and the URL of the blog that you created for your assignment. And so you'll submit that, and then I'll take that and add it to my harvester. And so your content will show up in the course. Another thing I can do, and I haven't tried this yet, but I know it'll work because I know this works, is I can create a harvester and show the harvested content of the course inside the course. So is the newsletter going to work here? Or maybe this is... I'm trying to... Oh, let's go back into the editor. And so let's show news. So here's the news. Here's my daily newsletter. So I can do that. Now I can't show the daily newsletter for the course because course.downs.ca is not secure. It's not secure because I couldn't afford a second certificate. Not made of money. But the idea here is that I can harvest this and show this for you. So anyhow, so we save that. And so here's the newsletter. And I'll change this text. Created during the Hangout. I'll save that. And there you go. So let's see, we have one new result on the Hangout. Is there any way to get the text more legible? I wish. The only way I can think of is to make it bigger. With any luck, the video, when it's produced, the text will be more legible. Otherwise, I think we're just stuck with bad text because our technology is not yet to the point where we can do this live and have good text. But I'll see if I can't make it bigger. Control plus. That might help. So here's the settings again. Grading, course tool, etc. So here are the advanced settings again. I don't know if this is more legible. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I have been trying to, when I scroll, to stop and leave it for a bit so that the video can settle down. but that's about all I can do. So outline, so updates, course updates, that's the thing that shows up on the home page of the course. Pages are just standalone pages. I don't have any except for the discussion and the wiki, which I haven't been using at all yet. Files and uploads, I haven't uploaded any files except for this file. I don't know what this is. It was uploaded February 8th, so one new result. Iframes are great, but they don't seem to work in the wiki using Markdown. That figures. I'll have to check that, but I wouldn't be surprised. That's too bad because, you know, I mean, if we could put an iframe in the wiki, that would be great. So we'll go back to our outline. So I've added a bunch of things. So here we are, we're in content knowledge versus practice. Tuesday, which is today. So first of all, let's reorganize things a bit. Let's take this welcome and move it to the top of the page. And all I'm doing is clicking on that little thing there and dragging it. So we'll put that at the top. So after this session, I'll put the video in here. I'll leave this live discussion in so that we can have our discussion about the learning management system for this week. I'll leave Google's LMS in. I'll leave this iframe. Oh, this one I don't want at all. It's just the iframe tool. Did I not save it? Oh, I didn't save it. I didn't save it. Sometimes a moron. But you didn't need it anyway, so I can delete that. So let's delete it. Now it's gone. Okay, so everything's good. We'll go back to the overview of Tuesday. Let's upload Tuesday. So Tuesday's been uploaded. Let's put it to the right day of the week. So introduction Monday, Tuesday, learning objects, which is the video for tomorrow. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. So this should be what you're seeing now. I don't know why that's old, but okay. So that's what this little arrow is publish all the changes. So looks like I forgot to update last week's recap, which is terrible of me. So new unit, so we'll have additional units. We'll have Thursday, and I'll add a new component to that, and the component for that, and you will like this, and I'm going to give you a couple of days actually to watch this. So I have to find my own channel, so my channel, and the video that I created was Learning Networks. It's interesting if people have already been viewing it. So here's the video. As I said in the introduction, it's a bit longer, but I'll capture the URL. I'll plug that in here, so I'll edit the video. So here it goes. I'll give it a title. And I'll upload it. Oops, that's uploading the transcript. I'll save this. All right, so the video's in there for Thursday. So I'm done Thursday for now. I'll come back and add some other stuff later. So let's publish that. And so on. So that's the edX system that we're working with. There isn't anything other than that. Let's see some results. Much clearer, thanks. Good, so good. Thank you for the comment. I'm glad it worked better. So your readings for week 2 are 1, downs.ca, post 3198, and yes, that's correct. So the first reading is this. Oops. Oh, I should have opened it in a new window. Let's try that again. Open in a new window. So, this is the first reading, the learning object paper. And this is the second reading, the Buntine oration paper. And you'll find that the content of the two videos I've created for this week are substantially the same as the readings. So as I said in the introduction, you can read the papers, you can watch the videos, you can do one, the other, or you can do both. So any more questions, just pop them up here. So, let's see, personal learning projects. Publish. So now that other video is available for you. I have to remember to click on those arrows. So let's now pop over to Dijo. So here, Dijo, sign in, sign up. I don't think I need to sign in. It's a bit tricky, but because there's no easy way to just click on things and find, but tag. So dijo.com/tag/NRC01PL. And that will take us to the tags that people have added, or the resources that people have added with this tag. So here they are. Let's make this text a bit bigger again, so it's easier for all of you to see. So an interesting and eclectic collection of resources. I haven't looked at them all yet. I've looked at a few of them. I have no idea why somebody, oh, that's not it. I have no idea why somebody put in this thing from Gizmodo about designing for people, not cars. Maybe there's a metaphor there. It's interesting because the article shows some before and after pictures of Amsterdam. Amsterdam, when it was designed as a city for cars, and Amsterdam when it was designed as a city for people. So here we can see the example. We'll slide it back and forth. So here it is now. Here it is back in 1962, designed for cars. So, okay, pretty interesting, but not really relevant to the course, unless there's, you know, some deep metaphor there or something. So inside NRC01PL and inside edX. So that was the earlier video that was created for the course. Oh no, this isn't. This is Monica E. Koenig with a very interesting discussion of her reactions to the course. Now, I can't get the audio to go from the YouTube to you. In fact, it's not even playing for me here right now. I did listen to it earlier, so thank you, Monica. And you, all of you, will be able to access this resource through the newsletter later today. Or, of course, you can go straight to the Digo and view it now. Autumn, just keep tagging. So here we go. So this is from Vanessa Vale. So, and this is some stuff. So as you can see, she's collecting content and information about the course on her I Know Reader. So I love checking stuff like this out. So let's see what I Know Reader is. The content reader for power users who want to save time. That's pretty cool. I'd play the video, but again, we can't hear the audio from the video, sadly. But that's worth exploring. So maybe spend some time exploring that. See what I'm doing, right? Yeah, I just look and see what's here, pick out the stuff that's interesting to me, and then I just explore it. And that's how to do this, right? If we had more people, we might get 50 resources on this page. What would we do then? Same thing. Just pick out what's interesting and view it. So one tab. So this is kind of interesting. I don't know what one tab is, but we've got 23 tabs being shared. Well, I just said 50 resources. Well, here you go, right? So I'll make this a bit bigger so you can see it. So what is a learning ecosystem? Beyond instructional design. All kinds of resources related to what we're talking about. So, and that's how this kind of course works. This is the big difference between a course, a traditional course in an LMS where all the content is built ahead of time and put into the course, and a course the way I like to teach it, where I have a kind of a vague idea of where I want to go with things, but we'll let it flow and we'll have people find resources that look interesting. Now, I've got all kinds of stuff to read here. It'll be really interesting to me because of people adding stuff to the course. That's what we can do if everybody does this for the next 7 weeks. We'll have interesting stuff to read. And the idea is we pick and choose the sort of stuff that we want to read. So beyond instructional design, oh, this is one of my presentations. And you can find all of my presentations, again, far too much to look at during the length of this course. You can find them often with videos, generally with slides and audio. So that's what we've got from Dijo for this week. So that's our session for today. It was an interesting session, I hope. I found it interesting. I found it fun to do. And gee, I hope I didn't close. I hope I didn't close my presentation. I don't think I did. So, oh, there we go. So there's our Google Hangout again. I'm going to close her off now. Oh, we got a result here. We'll have a look at it. I don't see the links I posted on Dijo. I unchecked the private button. Yeah, I would say try typing in the URL directly. I had the same problem, and it was a really annoying problem because I tried clicking and clicking and clicking, and I just couldn't find a way of finding that list. So here's the list: http://tag/NRC01, not 01PL. So try that, and we'll see if that works. Oh, I'm going to try something even. HTTPS. See, this is why I like doing these courses. So now we're going to go back to OpenEdX Studio. Let's go back into the course. And you can expect stuff like this through the whole course. This might work, it might not work. I make no guarantees. So here's Tuesday, all the content. I'm going to add a new content element, a new iframe tool. So let's edit this. Get rid of all this garbage. See, I want to move it and it won't move. Why won't they let me drag my editing window? Okay, editor, HTML. Let's change this to the URL of the Dijo page I just gave you. Scrolling equals yes. Let's make it wider because for some reason they set their default width at half the width of the page. So we'll save this. Maybe. Maybe not. Why won't it? Oh, I'm going to have to, hang on. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Let's save this. And now we can see this in our course, or we will in a second. All right, so let's we have to change the title to save. So I kind of broke out of their frame a bit, but who cares? I want it to be wide enough so that you can read it. So let's save that and publish it. All right, so here we go. Unpublished changes. Publish. Beautiful. Now let's see what it looks like in the course itself. So here's what you see. View the course. Go into courseware. Content knowledge v practice. Tuesday. And we'll scroll down, scroll, and look at that. Oh, it is too wide, isn't it? Oh, well, so what? I can make it narrower if I want. Is to lose the hashtag. Yeah, that could be, that's a good point. I've been searching without that hash character. I just use NRC01PL without the hash mark itself. So, but here it is. You can go to the course and have a look at these, and you don't even need to navigate through Djo. It's just there. And we can click on this, or we can follow MOOCs and explore other stuff. And this is the beauty of this kind of system, right? We can explore IFTTT, which is one of my favorite tools. We can go to Forbes, and we can just follow these links wherever our interests take us. And if we go to one of these links, let's see, let's find something. So here's something, let's go to that link. Now I've opened that link. Oh, it's stupid Forbes. I think stupid Forbes is going to make me turn off my ad blocker. I am not going to turn off my ad blocker. Sorry, stupid Forbes. Let's find something that's good. In other words, something that's not Forbes. I'm using the back arrow here and just backing out of that garbage. Because really, why would I want to disable ad blocking and allow Forbes to install like spies and trackers and viruses and whatever on my computer? Why would I do that? So let's go to Rhizomatic, and let's go to Principles of Rhizomatic Thinking. And here's my Djo-let, remember from last wing. Let's tag this. Oh, I have to sign in. I have too much fun with these things. I'm signing in. Yeah, it's a very old account. Very, very old account. All right, so let's try that again. Djo-let. Bookmark. So I could put something in here. I'll just copy from Jenny because I'm lazy. Tags. NRC01PL. Save bookmark. Now, it won't show up right away in our list, right? It's not going to show up right away here because Dijo only does this once or twice or whatever a day. So it's not instant. Should be there tomorrow, though. And so I'll have added something, and you'll see it here in this page on the course. So there you go. So it did work. Any more comments from Twitter? No, I think we're good. So this time now, really, I'm going to wrap it up. So thanks a lot for joining me. I hope you found this interesting. I know I did. Lots of stuff to explore. Our next live session is scheduled for Friday, noon Eastern. I will be in Istanbul, airlines willing, on Friday. I have no idea how it'll work out. I have no idea where I'll be in Istanbul. I might put a note out on Twitter. Maybe some people who live in Istanbul can join me and we'll do it in a cafe or something. I don't know. Whatever we do, it will be fun. So do join me then. And in the meantime, enjoy the videos, enjoy the discussion, and keep finding posts to add to Dijo. Watch for the submission form that I'll be putting in into this course area for you to submit the URL of your blogs. We'll start harvesting your blog posts and putting them in the newsletter. But meanwhile, we're harvesting Dijo, we're harvesting Twitter, and of course, I'm adding content all the time. So the newsletter will have all of the course content. If you're having trouble accessing Open edX, some people are. It's not a ton of people, but it's not just one or two. I blame Open edX, but what else am I going to blame? Keep up with the newsletter, right? The newsletter comes into your email every day or every weekday. It has all the information you're going to need to stay up on top of the course. So you won't need to get into Open edX. But we're still working on the issues that you're having logging in, and we'd like to get you into the course. We're just trying to figure it out. For some reason, Open edX just kind of rejects some accounts. We don't know why. Okay then, have a good day, and I'll see you all from Turkey on Friday. Thanks a lot, everyone.